We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:20 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned on Friday morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 8 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, continuing to do transitions from bright green bars to multiple white with red borders. A full transition here on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, under a bear indicator since the 502 level on Thursday, and continuing from the rip area into multiple dip areas in Friday's volatility. It hit a support here in the pre-market of 495, bounced back up towards 500, and rejected that key resistance that was forming there on Thursday into the close. It rejected, came back to it in the support of the pre-market of 495, and it's here fighting to stay as close to it, but it's down here near the 494.50 area. Now, the SPY isn't the only stock under a bear indicator. You also have the QQQ here since Wednesday at 432. You also have here Tesla under a bear indicator that was really strong at 155. Got a bull indicator on Friday and back under a bear indicator here at 147. At a key support here, fighting to stay above 145. That's something to watch going into this next week. And then we also have here Apple back under a bear indicator at the 166 level and continuing to break through key support levels, right? A very strong bear indicator here since Monday at 175. Lasted all week. Got a first bull indicator here at 166 and quickly got canceled in the volatility and continues to hit key support levels. Now, when we look at Netflix here, we could see the same thing. Strong bear indicator overnight on Thursday, even after earnings. It was there at 6:15, hits a high in the aftermarket hours of 6:40, and continued with that weakness to break down towards the 550 area. So lots of volatility here, lots of weakness here on multiple charts. And here we are with the SPY back under a bear indicator dominating on the 30-minute, and on the 1 hour, it lasted all week, right? You could see here that bear indicator since 5/12/60 area. Definitely something to not ignore since Monday, and continuing to hit white with red borders. Now, when we zoom in and look at this with the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see a bull indicator try to pop up from 497 up towards 500. Full transition from the dip area to multiple rip areas of bright green bars, and quickly came back down. Another full transition, and continues to hit these dip areas of white with red borders. And this bear indicator here dominating at the 490.35 area, tried coming back up to it in the middle of the day and rejected sharply, and that's something to not ignore, and I will be watching going into tomorrow. Now, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, with outflows dominating for most of the day. And you could see here when those outflows crossed over, how quickly things started to drop, continuing the transitions into dip areas and retesting the support of the pre-market near 495. Now, here we are in the after hours with this sitting sideways and inflows trying to pick back up. And it's going to be crucial for this to continue towards the midpoint and cross it to reflect any further strength and justify any move to the upside to retest key resistance levels. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see that outflows have been dominating since Friday of last week, since up here at the 516 level, and the full drops here every time it tries to level off or come back up. Those outflows continue to dominate and pull away from the midpoint. It happened here on Friday again, and this is something to not ignore, because if we continue below the midpoint, that weakness could continue over these charts here in the bigger picture, and I'm going to be watching these inflows as they're trying to pick up if it could continue going into Monday. Now, here we are with the 15-minute in the volatility trying to pick up those inflows in the pre-market. That's that move up from 497 to 500, but then quickly it started to drop and outflows dominated throughout the rest of the day, right? You could see that there through the volatility. That's why this did not have enough strength, because these outflows were still dominating and far from the midpoint and needed to cross to justify that move and start that staircase effect to the upside, right? So here we are with these inflows really close to the midpoint, and they've turned red. If it continues to pull away from the midpoint to the downside, I will be watching. If it rolls that weakness over on the SPY stock into the 30-minute, and the first support is 493. If that gets broken through, then I'll be watching 490, and then comes the 488 area. Now, to the upside, I will be watching if these inflows on the 15-minute in the volatility can cross upwards, start to reflect that strength into these charts, roll it over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, and the first resistance is 497. Then above that comes 500, and then I'll be watching the 502 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I'll be watching them very closely as they're trying to push up here on the 30-minute and on the 1 hour, but also in the volatility of the 15-minute, it's really close to the midpoint. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.